Okay, I'm going to try to... Damn it. Alright, we're off to a good start. I've already banged my head against the freaking camera again. There's got to be a way that one day, God willing, I'll figure out how the hell people manage to do this without banging their heads into everything. So this is a piece that's being done for a friend of mine whose wife is sadly fighting breast cancer at the moment, and my prayers go out to her. I certainly hope that she makes a full recovery. This idea came from another friend of mine who thought it would be a cool idea, and I thought so too. And it's definitely one of those situations where I never thought for a second that I can't do this. It's almost like as soon as I was approached, I was like, I need to do that. There's no way I couldn't. And she is from Portugal, which is why my friend Brennan, who suggested this, was thinking about having, as you can see here, Batwoman knocking a villain. In this case, we went with the Phantasm off of a roof, and you thought it would be cool if not only she was screaming this expletive that I tried to make a little more, um, family friendly with the breast cancer ribbon, but he also thought that it would be cool to have the flag of Portugal in the background, which is what I'm currently inking right now. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get as tight on detail as I would like with this flag, especially on camera, but I'm still going to do my best to include as much detail as I can. And this flag is a very intricate one. These, I'm going to say, bandings, they go in a very specific order, much like how the American flag, we specifically have the 13 stripes, starts with red, ends with red, and a white stripe needs to be touching the blue section of the flag. So I wanted to make sure to not do anything inaccurate to the flag of Portugal. Wanted to make it accurate and respectful. And detail it has. If I keep on banging into the camera, I apologize. Like I said, there's got to be a way I can figure it out one day. God willing. This was kind of a spur of the moment stream, so I'm not sure how many people are going to be joining in. I know that I've been trying to do painting in recent weeks, but when this came up, I felt like, yeah, this was something that kind of needed to take priority. When you have somebody's life on the line, there's absolutely no room for waiting. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the woven pattern correct. So I've got the flag on Google Image at the moment, and I'm just making sure that I'm doing everything in the correct order. Reaper, thank you so much for joining me. Sorry about the last minute decision making. I've been all over the place today, and I definitely didn't get as much accomplished today as I wanted to. I shut down about halfway through the day, and I thought for sure that I was just going to be on a roll. I don't know what happened though. I hope you and H-Man had a lot of fun today. Sorry I couldn't join you. I'm hoping next time. I would normally try to be a little more talkative than I am right now. The problem being doing this kind of detail work, it's tricky. And so unfortunately, I'm not going to be saying as much as I would normally enjoy to say. Saw the original TMNT, good movie. I'm really sorry I didn't get to join you guys. It's still a personal favorite of mine, and I still think back to one of my favorite lines ever when Donatello accuses Casey of being claustrophobic, and he completely misunderstands what he meant by that. That was too funny. Okay, so those bands have to be under in a month or two. The next time we hang out. Wow. Well, makes sense given the winter holiday season and New Year's. You know, if anybody else plans on swinging by tonight, again, I know this was a last minute thing, but yeah. I messaged Boomy. I forgot to message Trip, but I'm not sure if he's gonna jump on quick enough. Some days he doesn't really respond very quickly, especially with all of his volunteer work, but we'll give it a shot right now. He hasn't even seen the last thing that I messaged him. I'm probably only going to be on for another half hour, if that. I know that I'm not very good at planning these things. And here comes the really fun part, not annoying at all, erasing your pencil work. So sorry, this is going to be real boring. And I know there's a lot of glare on this big section of black ink on the Phantasm's cloak, cape, whatever you want to call it. But definitely important because you want to make your work as clean as possible. And hopefully, I've been doing most of this piece using India ink instead of Micron pens, which I normally use for the sake of ease of control and the fact that I just simply have so much more practice with. The big problem is, for whatever reason, Micron pen just tends to fade during this stage of the drafting process. So I'm hoping that this India ink that I'm using, even though I don't have a lot of practice using quill pens, they're supposed to be stronger and therefore shouldn't fade. And I certainly hope that that's the case here. I certainly did more than enough layers of black ink when I was doing this section. I appreciate that. I can definitely use all the help that I can get with streaming on Twitch. Candyman was mentioning that to me a ways back about helping me out with Twitch, and I'm still trying to study all of the links that you've sent me. I really appreciate you taking the time to send me the links to all the videos out there. Unfortunately, it's just been hard to find time to do much of anything lately. I'm hoping that next year things are going to be a bit different, and hopefully I'll have more time for artwork. I was so focused on a bunch of resolutions that I made for myself for this year, and so it kind of slowed me down from doing artwork because I've been trying to get back in shape as best as I can. I've been really focused on jiu-jitsu. Maybe I can have Skylar help you with the logo for your channel. I really appreciate that, but I've had a logo in mind for a while. I've just haven't had a chance to draw it because I've already got it pretty much planned out. I know how I want it to look. I actually had the idea for, holy crap, it's probably been somewhere around 8 years, and it's just been a real struggle to find time to finalize it and make it. Damn it, I hate doing this with a dangling camera. There's got to be a way to work around it, literally and figuratively. But yeah, like the way I saw it was I wanted to at least try to get on camera a few times before I got too heavily into doing all of the bells and whistles. So I figured that a logo can wait, and it's something that I could easily do whenever I do get some free time freed up. But like I said, it's been tricky finding that time. And unless my eyes are deceiving me, I'm really happy with how this India ink worked out because it's definitely not fading when I erase it. And I am thrilled to hear that you're starting MGS because it's high time that it happened. And I don't know if you saw a stream, but I talked Trip into playing MGS one time, and all he did was whine and complain about how difficult the game was and the controls weren't good and blah blah blah. He's not cut out for Unit Foxhound. That's all it comes down to. And you know me, I would love to play that game on stream. And so really looking forward to Metal Gear. It's strange because I used to play Metal Gear every winter, especially Metal Gear Solid for the PS1, because there's something about playing that game during the winter when it's snowing outside that just helps complete the effect, make me feel fully immersed in the game. So I look forward to seeing you stream it, and I keep wondering if Admiral Frodo is going to be doing it too. What stream was this? Because I may want to see it. Give me 1 second, and I'll see if I can find it for you because it had to have been a recent one. But yeah, it's too funny. Matter of fact, I can't remember how it came up, but I said something to him about GoldenEye, and he was like, "Oh no, GoldenEye is a phenomenal game. This, on the other hand, is crap." And I was just ripping on him for the entire stream. At one point, he told me he hated me. It was great. But yeah, he just kept on getting caught, setting off alarms, and no matter what, like he had some kind of, like he had something to prove. Instead of doing what you would be expected to do, Trips doesn't know good games, sadly. No, I agree. I feel like he's so obsessed with a lot of the indie games out there that he kind of focuses on them so hard, and he's also been so obsessed with RPG building, which is cool, and I would love to see him make one, but the fact that it takes such a long time, I don't know if that's good for streaming, but getting back to him playing Metal Gear Solid, he kept on getting caught, getting alerts from the enemy sentries. And what ended up happening was, let me see if I can pull this back. After all the times that he was getting caught, instead of just running away and trying to stealth his way through the game the way that they want you to, he just kept trying to break people's necks. He just kept trying so hard to kill his pursuers. And so when I was telling him to, you got to run away, he's like, no, that's not how I do things. I do things my way, and I am going to defeat them because I don't run away from a fight. And then so he's asking me, how do you kill somebody? And I was like, well, first of all, you're unarmed. And he's like, what is this? Why would they drop you in some place without a weapon? And I was like, well, if you had paid attention, or actually something that rookie mistake in Metal Gear Solid, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, he didn't watch the damn briefing. So he missed the part, kind of important, where Colonel Campbell tells you this operation is OSP, on-site procurement. Oh my God, it sounded like Trips was with you with that impersonation. Thank you very much, Reaper. I aim to please. I'll be here all week. Don't forget to tip your veal and try the waitress. Anyways, what ended up happening was he was insisting on killing every enemy that he came across. And I was like, no, you're going to get yourself killed. And he just refused to keep on, you know, he just kept killing people. Or no, he wanted to kill people, but he kept failing at it. And so I was like, okay, if you really want to try, here's what you need to do. You got to sneak up behind them and press the grappling button. You can choke them out and break their neck. But unfortunately, he just wouldn't do that. He tried anyway, but I told him, you got to sneak up behind them to break their neck. You know what I'm talking about because you played the game before. He ran up behind them, but he wouldn't stop running, and he's just mashing X, which means, as you remember, Snake runs up to the enemy and does a fireman's carry, a throw. And he's like, what's going on? I'm judo throwing them. I'm not breaking necks. This is ridiculous. And I said to him, I had to type all this out. And when I told him, no, you got to sneak up behind them, freeze, get as close as you can, and then start tapping X until you break their neck or until you knock them unconscious. He got so mad. He's like, what? You're supposed to sneak up on a moving target and then stop everything you're doing and press a button? That is ridiculous. And I said, no, that's stealth, which was the idea of this game. That's why I brought up GoldenEye. I told him this isn't a run and gun game like GoldenEye. You're not supposed to kill every enemy on screen. You're supposed to actually try to avoid fighting people. And you know him, he's got to do things his way. That's just how it went. But what can you do? Right now I'm trying to see if I can find the stream that he was doing where he played MGS. So just give me 1 second. That's the only reason that I haven't done any more drawing yet. So I apologize for that. Yeah, lately he's been on a tab simulator, and I couldn't care less about that game. He thinks it's the greatest thing since Super Saiyan God Goku or whatever, and I'm yeah, I don't agree at all. I think that game's pretty dull. I'm worried that it might not even still be available. I don't know if he saved it or recorded okay, we got lucky. But you might want to act soon because I don't know how long it's going to be up here. But I just found the one. Okay. I'm going to send the link in the chat. Yep, the same guy who said PC gaming is better than the. Yes, he actually did make a bunch of comments about, yes, this is why PC Master Race is superior. Which, BS, whatever. Those elitists can go kick rocks. But if you go to about 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 6 seconds, it'll be right before he starts playing MGS, and then the real fun begins. And you'll get to see him rage quit. You'll get to see me give him crap for the rest of the stream. And I even told him, like, I really believe we have something here with you playing this game and potentially rage quitting, or doing a series of you playing this game, and people would probably have fun watching you struggle playing this game. And I wasn't saying it to be rude. I was saying it just to be real with them, because it was entertaining. Now, I'm going to use a technique that I've never done before, and I got to be honest, I'm worried. Especially because I'm already off to a bad start. So the ink dried over on this thing, and okay, there we go. So I'm going to try using a technique that I've seen Jim Lee use, where he will just pour a bit of ink onto a paper towel, and then he'll use it to make clouds by just smearing it into the background. Okay, I will load that up and watch it after you stream, and I do need to join his next stream and help you pick up with MG. Sounds good. We'll raid him. Yeah. All right. So let's see if I can do this, and let's see if I can get it on camera too. Actually, I should. I got a bunch of napkins out earlier. Why did they go away all of a sudden? It's gonna try to, just like with newspaper, I'm gonna try to make sure that I don't get anything on my drawing surface. All right, I'm happy with how that turned out. Okay. Now I'm gonna be a little more choosy down here, because I don't want to destroy my work on the flag. I do want the flag to stand out as well, because it's the flag. And then I think I'm gonna just black out the bottom there. And oh right, I forgot about, who cares? Maybe I'll do that later or on another stream. But okay, so I think that went pretty decently doing the cloud effect. I'll clean up this area a bit. Right now, I think I'm going to try to black in a couple of areas that I want to be solid black. So I'll say Trips, watch a real pro on Metal Gear Solid when Reaper streams it soon. Sounds good. Yeah, FK Cancer, H-Man, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, this piece was suggested to me by the owner of Phoenix Martial Arts, a friend of mine who trained with me and all of us. I don't know, like, for a good majority of the year, I didn't know what happened to him. And then Brennan is the name of the owner of the school. He told me that tragically it was a matter of the poor guy's wife is suffering from breast cancer at the moment. And so he had the idea for me to draw this for her. She's a big fan of Batwoman. And he thought it'd be a cool idea. Why don't you have her kicking a villain off of the roof while screaming that? And originally it was going to be the uncensored version. Yeah, I know what you mean, buddy. But I thought to make it a little more family friendly, I would use the breast cancer ribbon, but you can still see the K underneath. And the C would be completely hidden by the loop of the ribbon itself. So again, trying to make it a little more family friendly. But just gonna black out this tunnel right here. I've been trying to work on doing more background in my work because that's definitely a weakness of mine, and it's an intimidating thing to do. It is a lot of work, and it's a lot of small detail that gets people annoyed. But because I'm going to be trying to send out my portfolio to a bunch of people, they're going to need fully made pages, and that always includes background. By the way, H man, sorry for not being able to join you guys earlier. I don't know what happened, but I got up at a decent time for once in my life today. And then around noon, I just felt dead. So I just went to lie down. I ended up passing out for about 4 hours. And when I finally saw Aaron's message, it had already been over an hour. And I was like, damn it. And I'm so sorry that I didn't join you guys. And he told me it's going to be probably a few months before I get a chance to hang with you guys again. So again, I apologize. But hopefully it won't be as long as you were initially thinking. But regardless, we will be seeing each other again and we'll have some fun. Right now, just trying to play around with these clouds in the background. I just used a new technique for the first time. Well, new for me. I've never done it before, but Jim Lee, the man, the myth, the living legend, he makes it look so effortless and so easy. So Crow, I don't know if you knew that's the voice of Splinter in the original TMT is the same actor as Baby Sinclair. I did not, and that is amazing. Oh my god. Not the Shredder. Yeah. Oh my god. That's awesome. I keep on I keep on thinking about dinosaurs too because I've been meaning to check them out on Disney Plus, and unfortunately, I haven't really had a whole lot of time for TV in general. But hey, still, that is such a cool bit of knowledge, and it's amazing to find out who voiced what character that you never would have expected them to voice. I can't remember. Did that actor also voice Elmo? Because I know that they at least sound very similar, Elmo and Baby Sinclair. H Man, Reaper, I'm gonna make me a PB and pickle sandwich. That's a new one. H Man, yes, the best sandwich ever. Yes, he also did Elmo. Okay, all right, I had a feeling. Uh, yeah, I'm not a fan of pickle, so more power to you, but you're on your own with that one. But to each their own. Let's see. It's bread and butter pickles, not dill. Makes a huge difference. Well, when you said PB, I was assuming peanut butter and pickle, not just plain butter. Uh, I have the perfect sub alert for you, Crow. It's Trips yelling, not the when people subscribe to you. He and I have talked about that. I've come up with a bunch of different alarms and alerts that I would like to use. I just Again, I'm still not as fluent with computers as you guys are, but I've actually been considering picking up that book before you sent me the link earlier today, so thank you for thinking of me. Yes, peanut butter, LOL. Bread and butter pickles are a sweet pickle. Right, but like when I saw you write earlier, you said I'm gonna make a PB and pickle sandwich. I thought it was peanut butter. It didn't just say butter. Now, even though I don't like pickles, I do think that butter and pickle sounds much better than peanut butter and pickle. I think that's unprecedented, though. Just like bards suck. So right now, I'm still trying to keep this kind of cloud formation jumbling around